Give me a reimagining of the 1960s novel The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger with the diversity of a black male protagonist. This retelling will have you reflecting on the acceptance of growth and protection of innocence in a world of modern teenage challenges and experiences. Are you ready?
The Books and Vogue podcast. Come get your favorite next book. The Books and Vogue podcast with Catherine Brad.
Welcome, book lovers, to the Books on Vogue podcast. This is your premier listening experience all about immersive reading and helping avid and reluctant readers alike imagine book characters like never before. I'm your host, Kat Trinidad. The format of the show is I introduce a book, share tips on how you can engage your senses as you read this title, because it's one thing to be a mood reader, but you get a little something extra when you accept the mood reader. And finally, I will end the show with a reimagining of my favorite scene. Today, we will discuss techniques for getting into broken pencils with none other than the author J.R. Rice. Welcome,
Hey.
J.R.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for this invitation. My name is Jay Rice. Jay Rice, name so nice. People often say it twice. I don't know why. I don't ask them to. They just do it. Yeah. I am an English teacher. I am a published author and also a spoken word artist, born and raised in East Oakland, California. And I'm actually celebrating the 1 year anniversary of my book. It's like
Awesome.
my
Happy book
baby's one
birthday.
too. My baby's growing.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. So tell us about your baby. Tell us about this book.
Yeah, it's broke. It's called Broken Pencils because if you take a pencil and you break it, usually it's pointless. So the main character, his name is Jonah Tarver, and he's a young black teen from Oakland, California. And he believes that all lives are like broken pencils. He believes that life is pointless. So on the night of his senior prom and also the anniversary of his best friend's death, he's trying to discover his point in life. So it's a YA coming of age novel that deals with like some adult themes and topics like grief and mental health and existentialism and identity, even like substance abuse. But it's all told from the perspective of a young black teen. But I try to also make it universal enough that anybody can relate to it, regardless of your age or your gender or your race. Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned JD Salinger. He's one of my biggest influences, along with like Langston Hughes. And like a book that really kind of shaped my personality and my childhood was Catcher in the Rye. So I tried to do like a black version of Catcher in the Rye set in the Bay Area with primarily brown and black characters. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for
Mhm.
that, JR. Do you care to join me in a discussion of some tips for setting the reading mood?
Of course. Let's set this mood.
Okay, book lovers, I hope you have your writing utensils ready because class is in session.
Hear it, see it, smell it, sense it, taste it, touch it. Hear it, see it, smell it, sense it, taste it, touch it. Hear it, see it, smell it, sense it, taste it, touch it.
The Books and Vogue podcast.
So, JR, what's the vibe? How can we engage our spirit as we read this book?
Yeah, this book is mixed with all sorts of different elements. I try to kind of make it like a movie. Um, I would say like get some popcorn and kind of get into the mood, but it's a book, so it the mood is a bit dark, but as you kind of go through it, you get taken on this kind of roller coaster ride where it's like like different highs of just comedic elements and funny, ironic situations, and like deep lows where things get very tragic, also violent. Things get a lot of mystery going on and a lot of surrealism. So you get taken on this ride of just all sorts of different emotions, from like things going really funny to things going tragic to things going just out of this world. So I would say with the vibe, just be prepared for like a roller coaster.
Okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
what's the sound of broken
Mm.
pencils? What key notes in music or nature could set the tone as we read this novel?
Yeah, so actually a lot of like instrumentals. When I was shaping the book, I listened to a lot of like classical music, like Beethoven and some Mozart, but also like I would listen to a lot of like Jay Dilla, and I would listen to Wu-Tang instrumentals and so when I would say in terms of the sounds, just kind of just be prepared for a mix of just very soft piano, like Moonlight Sonata, with a mix of like 90s boom bap with some Wu Tang. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
hmm
I can definitely hear that. I can hear that. It's definitely a vibe.
But and then also just to add on to that, when you get so the main scene in the book or the primary location would be the prom, and it's taking place in San Francisco. So there's a big soundtrack to it, and I've been some folks have been pushing me to do like a Spotify playlist. But when you get into the prom scene, you get a mix of songs, old school songs like "Always and Forever." You get some Heat Wave. You get some Mac Dre, Feeling Myself. You get just Bay music to old school music, and so the prom scene is mixed with all sorts of different elements, as well as there's music later as well.
Nice, nice. So, do share the aesthetics. This can be any visuals aside from the book, such as lighting.
Yeah, so the aesthetics, I would say it's really formal. Um, in terms of like getting into what the looks would be, like the clothing, like Jonah's characters, he's dressed, they refer to him like the Black James Bond, and the folks at the prom are dressed up in gowns and tuxedos, but also mixing in like folks wearing Jordans as well, like the girls wearing like big hoop rings. So it's a mix of just formal wear as well as just like mixing in the culture, blending in like Afrocentric culture within just that classic formal wear.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the flavor? Any food or
Hmm.
drink companions for this title?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I would say if when reading it as a reader, I would try to enjoy it with some Pinot Noir, some red wines. If you're really trying to get into the world of the characters, they even though they're teenagers, I don't condone this. They do a lot of drinking, a lot of substance usage. So if you're really trying to, I don't condone this, but if you're trying to get in also the world of the character in the book, that's stuff that they actually deal with as well. Yeah, yeah. But
Okay, okay,
yeah. But I would prefer folks just kind of ease back and enjoy it with a nice glass of wine.
okay, okay. So,
Mhm.
what's the aroma? Are there any smells to transport us into the pages?
Mm. Well, there's some very harsh smells. That's an easy way of saying it from in the book. I would say the pleasurable smells would be like a lavender, but then the lavender shows just kind of the intoxication and the seduction of the night. and the characters kind of being seduced by the risk and bad choices. And then I guess the flip side of lavender, or whatever, like very harsh stench, a rotten banana, that would be the scent of the consequences that the characters face.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, how can we get more of the feels?
The feels. How can we get into the feelings? Um, the feelings. So it takes place in springtime. It's a cool breeze. I would actually recommend like enjoying it. Enjoy if as a reader, I would recommend enjoy reading it outside in nature, enjoying the breeze, especially on a very sunny day. The story takes place during springtime. I think that would be, since we're in, well, the summertime, or yeah, just enjoying that sunlight and kind of being absorbed in nature. I think being absorbed by the environment also help you get absorbed within the pages.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go, book lovers. These are your recommended supplies as you read this title. If you're
Mm-hmm.
able, pause and get some of these if available, or simply imagine, because it's time for my favorite scene. Disclaimer: please note that exact words, names, locations, and/or scenarios mentioned in this reimagined reenactment may differ from the actual book. Sharing my favorite scenes, I reenacted though, imagining the fiction world that I've been reading of. Going from all the things, I just gave you a list. Come experience all the senses as protagonists. And it don't get more real than this. Immersive read with books on both and live vicariously. Mosswood, starring J.R. Rice as the narrator and Jonah, and Kat Trinidad as the voice and police officer.
Sirens jolted my senses. Blue and red lights blinded my sight. Within my blurry vision appeared a parked police car. Loud static erupted from inside, and then it hit me. My bed was a bench.
No loiterers in Mosswood Park before 6 a.m.
A female voice said.
Please vacate.
The warm sunrise caressed my cold face and stiff body. My bandaged hand wiped the dry crust from my eyes, then smeared the grime onto the bench. The Kaiser Hospital stood across the street, the place where I was born 18 years ago today. Behind the bench stood a yellow sign that stated, "Looking for a better home?" Under the banner was an Asian lady with this constipated Mona Lisa smile. She wore an 80s tan suit straight from Claire Huxtable's closet, an outfit my mama would have worn back in the day when life was simple, our family happy, before Keon, before the medication, before prom.
Please vacate the park now.
The voice ordered. The ringing sirens screamed louder and louder, deafening my ears. The looped circus whistle rang far and wide, awakening all of Mosswood Park. Within moments, dawn broke through the tall oak trees. The bushy leaves casted a shadow through which no light traveled. Then the ground rumbled as the bench rattled. 3 brown squirrels sprinted across the grassy field. A roaring street sweeper had arrived at the corner of the MacArthur sign. The machines brushed like tentacles, rustled and roamed along the curved lines, moving slowly around a parked beige Mercedes. The scraped front bumper appeared to have survived a bear attack. Is that my father's car? I whispered into the cool air, already knowing the answer. The siren ceased singing. The police car lights stopped flashing. Within the stillness, stirred sharp aches in my unsettled stomach. Each deep breath felt like an alien embryo begging to burst from my belly. The longer I laid on that dead bench, the more I felt like dying. My safe space was no longer a safe place. I had to leave. I needed to go, but where? The police car door opened. A black officer stepped out, wearing a navy blue uniform. Her broad shoulders and toned biceps barely fit into her short sleeve shirt. She walked around the car, stopped in front of the bench, and studied my appearance. Her right hand hung centimeters from her sidearm.
What are you doing here?
The officer asked.
Were you sleeping on the bench?
I don't know, I lied. I shook my head and rolled my body over to the bench's edge. Laying on my stomach eased the pain a bit. My arms hung lifeless. My fingers traced the sidewalk cracks and concrete veins. The lines led in no apparent direction, as if, I was staring at my own reflection. Then, the ground began spiraling, spinning my eyes. My body retreated, curling into a fetal position.
Sit up.
The officer ordered.
I need you to talk.
She lowered to my eye level. Her brown eyes appeared as dark and bold as her complexion. Her chiseled face and no shit attitude reminded me of Denzel Washington's character in Training Day, Keon's favorite movie.
What happened to your hands?
She asked and pointed to my bandages with dry blood. I don't even know anymore,
Let's start here.
she said and tapped her OPD badge.
My name is Officer Williams. What's your name?
Name?
Don't tell me you don't know who you are.
I shook my head again and sat up straight, cringing with each stretch. My name? My real name is Jonah Tarver.
Okay, Jonah. Got any ID?
Officer Williams asked. I noticed her noticing the remains of my tuxedo, an unbuttoned white shirt, loosened bow tie, smeared makeup on my shoulder, and black slacks covered in a brown yellow shit color. I patted my pockets not once, not twice, 10 times. This present reality and past recollection had both smacked me at the same damn time. My money, phone, car keys were stolen by that lying ass bitch. The strangest part was that I couldn't recall when or how everything went wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going or who I am,
Were you at prom?
she asked and looked around the park.
Is this some kind of joke?
Yeah, life is just a big joke. And guess what? God is the comedian.
Funny. Now tell me the truth. What's going on? Have you taken any drugs or alcohol?
I don't know. All I know is in this narrow bed of earth, no lights gleam in this narrow bed of earth. Ah, shit. My lips tried to recite the Langston Hughes poem, but my mind forgot the lines again. At this point, the words served no purpose. No, I still can't remember why. Why do I need to remember?
What's the problem, Jonah?
She asked. Who said I had a problem? I don't have a problem. What's your problem? My head rattled, unable to make sense of the situation. Resolve, leave, go, run. But where? My body summoned whatever energy left stored and rose from the bench like a vampire out of a coffin. My feet felt sore and heavy on the sidewalk, as if I had been walking all night. I attempted to march the other direction. My small steps wobbled like a toddler. I moved past Officer Williams' right side, gaining a few feet from the bench. I wish you'd go away,
Where are you going?
she hollered.
We're not done.
I passed Officer Williams by several meters. My pace increased with each step, making it difficult for her to keep up. Then she ran after me, so my legs ran even faster. My mind paid no attention to my runny nose, pounding heart, and panting lungs. My 4 years track intuition had already kicked in, yet the finish line was beyond my sight, only a looming breakdown.
Stop! Damn it!
She shouted at my back. My feet reached the end of the block. As I caught my breath, she grabbed hold of my arm. "Let go!" I shouted and tried to shake off her grip. I said, "Let me go!"
Control yourself, son.
She said and squeezed my arm tighter. She reached for the radio strapped to her shoulder. "No! Let me go! Don't you see? I want to die! I fucking mean it!" My soul began to burst. A scream erupted from my lungs, disrupting the morning stillness. The sound of fury forced Officer Williams to release my arm and take a step back.
Jonah, relax. Be still.
She said, her mouth gasped, her eyes shifted back and forth, her torso turned rigid.
Please, son.
My fingers started to tingle, tremble, and then transform into fists. "No, I'm not your son. Don't call me that. I'm not your fucking son, so just stop it. I don't give a fuck anymore, so just do it already. Shoot, just shoot. Come on, put me out of my misery. I know you want to."
What are you saying?
She stepped closer.
You don't want to die. Let me help you.
Dr. Imani has said those words long ago. So did my mama, father, and Tanisha. Now, I was given the offer by a complete stranger.
Jonah, let me help you.
Officer Williams repeated and opened her hand. "Fuck you,"
What you just say?
she asked and dropped her hand to her sidearm. My body was shaking. A shiver ran down my spine. My body grew comfortably numb as weightless words slipped from my tongue. "You heard me, cop. Come on, you fucking pig. You think you know me, but you don't know my life and the pointless shit I've been through. You don't know that I feel so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I just wanted to stop. I can't live like this. I need help." I fell to my knees. My shoulders collapsed forward. My legs nearly toppled onto the ground. My arms unfolded onto the concrete. My hands begged the sky. "I'm not okay. I'm not all right,"
You will be okay.
she said.
You will be all right.
Officer Williams extended her hand without hesitation. I grabbed the invitation. She didn't have warrior palms, nor did her stature resemble a knight. Her hands had the gentleness of real strength. She reminded me of an older, more mature Keon if he had lived to see his 30s. My best friend would have gone into law enforcement after high school if he had lived to see his graduation. Everything would have been different if Keon had survived that car accident. "Help me," I pleaded.
It's okay.
Officer Williams said.
Trust me. Life is simple. We just make it complex.
She lifted me up to my feet, turned to her side, and searched her black utility belt.
For your own safety, I'm going to put you in cuffs. You're not under arrest. I don't want you hurting yourself or someone else. You understand?
I nodded knowingly.
Can you turn around? These cuffs might feel a little tight.
I straightened my arms behind my back. She stood over my shadow and patted my pants. Her hands reached inside my pocket, then pulled out the neon bracelet, my only innocence.
Wait, does that say Tanisha? You know what? I'll let you hold on to this one.
Officer Williams placed the bracelet back into my pocket. We walked side by side back to the police car. She opened the door and placed her hand on my head. I slipped into the back seat. She started the car and pressed several keys on the dashboard computer.
Your information should come up in a second.
He said,
How you doing back there?
Fine, I'm fine, I lied, with squinted eyes, fighting a well of tears.
Let's see. Jonah Tarver. Here we go. You live on 323 Park Crest Street by Skyline. It says today is your 18th birthday.
He laughed.
Happy birthday. There's still no cure for the coming birthday, you know.
Thanks. I almost forgot.
I see that Mercedes park there is registered to your pops. Wait. Are you the son of Superior Court Judge Tarver?
I nodded
Oh, this will be interesting.
and stared out the tinted window. A brown squirrel climbed onto the bench, standing on his two hind legs. His black nose sniffed the air. His dark eyes set on a faded sunrise. Perhaps in another life, we had switched places without remorse.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Officer Williams said. Her face grew anxious as she continued studying the glowing LCD screen.
Says here that you were involved in an assault and battery last night in San Francisco, less than 6 hours ago.
My head leaned against the black cage barrier. I want to go home. She picked up her radio.
I don't think so. Book lovers, I hope you have enjoyed this sneak peek. You can get more by reading the whole book, Broken Pencils by J.R. Rice. It's available at your local library and everywhere books are sold. And if it's not, request it because you deserve to read all the books that interest you. And if you have already read Broken Pencils or are in the middle of reading it, let me know in the comments what you like to do to set the reading mood because I would love to hear from you. So please leave your feedback. Did you know you can support this show by downloading and becoming a member of the Alive Podcast Network app? Well, the Books in Vogue podcast is now part of the Alive Podcast Network. And by downloading the Alive Podcast Network app, you'll experience unlimited access to other Black hosted content and will be able to keep bringing you amazing content week after week. I encourage you to check out the app. And if anyone asks, tell them Kat sent you. JR, is there anything else you would like to share with the listeners?
Oh, this was amazing. I've never did a reenactment with someone else, so this was very much fun. And we did a whole remix to it. So that was really fun. I did want to add that if you, for my poetry lovers and also people who like to read more of my work, I do have two poetry books out as well. They're available on Ingram as well as Amazon. They're called I Was, I Am, I Will Be. There's issue 1 and issue 2 available, and they're both parts of a larger collection that I'm eventually going to get published out into the world. And also at the moment, I'm working on a direct sequel to Broken Pencils, following Jonah Tarver in his 20s. But instead of searching for his purpose in the Bay Area, he's searching for his purpose in Europe, backpacking around Europe. So, yeah, just wait and see. That'll be coming soon.
That sounds very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Again, thank you, JR, for joining us today. And thank you, book lovers, for listening. With peace, much love, and joy. Happy reading.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The Books and Vogue Podcast. Come get your favorite next book here. The Books and Vogue Podcast. With Catherine Brad. Subscribe, listen, check out recommendations, and happy reading.